Welcome back. This conversation is a very interesting conversation that I've always wanted to have. And on set with me, I have Dr. Ngwenyi and Madam Rebecca, our therapist, here to tackle the physical changes that happen in your body when you're transitioning from a girl to a mom. And we have Madam Rebecca, our therapist, here to tackle the psychological changes that happen to your body when you're transitioning. Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
I'm humbled to have you here.
Thank you for having us also.
Humbled to have you back.
Thank you very much for inviting me back.
I'm so humbled to have you on my set, here to have this very special conversation with me. Kindly introduce yourselves.
So, hello everyone, good morning. I am Dr. Ngwenyi, a young medic, and I'm very honored to be on this show today. So today we are going to be talking about the transition from being a girl to a mother. I'm going to be talking about the physical changes that usually happen during pregnancy and after pregnancy, that is after giving birth. And thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. Madam Rebecca.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much. I am back here. Last time we were talking about sex education. Today we are here talking about the psychological impact that happens to us when we are transiting from being a girl to becoming a mother. I hope that we are going to work together and that we are going to learn a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, as you were coming in, you found me telling my story of how I had so many expectations as I was transitioning from a girl to a mom, so many things that I did not know would change, and I expected I would bounce back. I expected my life would go back to normal. In the spirit of bouncing back, Dr. Ngwenyi, why didn't I bounce back in 1 month like everyone else?
You know, I think the pressure is usually in the social media, where you see one person reacting different after birth, and you think it is the same manual for everyone. No, everybody has different ways in which their body reacts to them. So the bouncing back doesn't have a definite timeline. It will be patient dependent. That means it will be dependent on every woman. Yes.
As a daktari, together with Madam Psychologist, what are some of the changes that you go through? The physical changes.
Okay, so let's start with the physical changes. So the physical changes, I'll just give an overview because your body changes from your hair down to your legs. We see the edema, we see the legs swell, we see how after giving birth the hair falls off, we see also how the breasts during pregnancy, they become enlarged, they become tender, they become enlarged so as to create space for the milk, and the tenderness is mostly due to the increased blood supply. So one thing about pregnancy, it's majorly a hormonal process. So the hormones basically control what will be going down in your body. The breast, hormones. The hair fall off, hormones. The acne or glowing skin, hormones. Everything is controlled by hormones. So as we continue, we're going to be talking more about the changes, and I'll tackle some different organs.
Wow. Madam Rebecca.
Yeah.
Here I am pregnant and I am running mad.
Wow.
Where am I running mad?
That statement, I'm running mad. Wow. But just like we have had what we've been told by doctor here, the psychological impact mostly is from the physical changes that a person is going through, beginning from body image, going to responsibilities, going to your thought patterns, going to everything. Everybody now is looking up to you like a person who has now gone to another level. And just like we have said, we are talking about transiting. So when you're transitioning from one place to another, you can always imagine what it entails. And I must say this here, it will differ, the psychological impact will differ from one person to another. What is the reason that it is going to differ? Imagine what has made you transit from a girl to a mother. Suppose it was rape. Imagine how it is that I am feeling. I'm so confused. I'm so mixed up. I don't know what to think about it. Maybe it was even rape by multiple people. I do not even know whose pregnancy this is. So what are the things that are going through my head? Anxiety, fear, self-hate, self-blame, all those things, regrets. And then maybe when I went to report, I was told, move away, you are a big girl, how dare you come, you're the one who dressed indecently, you know. So all those things are running through my mind. The other thing that will inform how I transit psychologically is where I'm coming from. How has been my experiences? Maybe I have been brought up in a family where there was so many chaos. And maybe my mother, anytime she became pregnant, she suffered a lot of stress, trauma, depression, and all those things. So I'm also telling myself, 4 weeks down the line, I will also be in depression. 10 weeks down the line, I will be full of trauma. See how many, and maybe so many miscarriages. So all those things. And so this topic is very, very wide. But then the truth is that once you begin transitioning, you cannot stop. Ushaanza safari, you have to finish
Unaenda
it.
kuenda.
Unaenda kuenda. And maybe you are a teenager. So you can imagine teenage pregnancy again. You also you are not even able to have completely finished the teenage lifestyle, the identity crisis and everything. And now here comes another hormonal issue that you have to put up with. So you can imagine you have the hormonal imbalances of teenage. Here you are, hormonal imbalances of pregnancy.
Yes.
Again, if you are too old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're too old, just almost on the onset of menopause. Again, it comes with its own hormonal issues. And here you are again, you're pregnant. So you're mixed up. There's so many things running through your head.
And then earlier on, you had told me that there's those people who get pregnant now before there's the teenage pregnancy, there's the rape. But then there's this one who got married. She's ready and rightfully pregnant. The psychological change is also very different.
Very different, because I was so set, I was very ready. Maybe I even went through the channel of the church. So maybe I was even given some counseling. This is how to behave around what. So I'm just ready, I'm set. I had decided I really want to become a mother, as opposed to this other one who has just found themselves, boom, I now have to become a mother. Yes.
Doctor, tell us about these physical changes. Yes. I have acne, my hair is falling off. What is happening to me?
Yeah.
How does it start?
Okay, so let me tackle the common things that usually happen, the ones that give people stress. That is acne, hair loss, stretch marks, weight gain. Yes. So about acne, the hormone, mostly estrogen and progesterone, they can increase the oil production on your face. So the sebum, the one that's called sebum, so this will clog your pores, leading to the acne. In other people, the progesterone balances, the hormones balances the oils on your face, making you glow.
Yes.
Okay? When it comes to the hair loss, mostly it's experienced after birth. 4 months after birth. Most people will come 4 months after birth with the hair loss, because now after you've given birth, the hormones drastically reduce. And the hormones are the ones that are capable of keeping us feminine, the hair, the skin. So when they drastically drop, the hair also
falls.
Exactly. So the hair falls. But this should not be a worry, because it usually restores itself in about 3 to 6 months. And also you can do something to boost your hair length. So you take care of your hair, use strengthening products, don't manipulate it more, and also don't give yourself stress. This is a normal process. And actually, this topic, I'm so glad you've had us here so that we can talk about it, because the fears that come with it are the ones that are making this not being enjoyable. It is a graceful process. It is a beautiful transition. And when we address the changes, it's the time that you'll find people do not have the fears, do not have the misunderstandings, and they won't have the misconceptions. So the weight gain. Remember, when you're pregnant, the body prioritizes the baby. So it stores fat for how many people? Two. It doesn't regard you. It will store fat for the baby, such that in times of starvation, the baby will be supplied. That's why you see people with teeth loss or tooth loss. Yes. It's because, see, we know teeth are primarily made up of calcium. So if you don't have enough calcium to give the baby, the body won't prioritize you. It will give the baby whatever you have. So you're left with a deficient.
Speaking of calcium, is that the reason why after you deliver your baby, your back becomes a 60-year-old person's back?
Okay. The back mostly is due to the skeletal change, because when you get pregnant, you become heavy. remember in physics we say the more you lower the specific, not the specific gravity, the center of gravity, the more stable you are.
Yes.
So the spine kind of curves so as for you to be able to support yourself. That's why you usually see a lot of pregnant women.
Yes.
Yes, because you're supporting yourself.
Even while sitting, you can't just sit. You sit like this.
Yes. So now after birth, the spine had curved. So it is now in the process of going back to its original position. That's why there are usually some pains.
And they last, how, according to you, I've heard you have a lot of timelines. For how long am I supposed to experience this back problems?
Back pains. Some people actually don't get them at all. Some people, I know, some people only get them at pregnancy. Some women get them up to after pregnancy 6 months. Some up to 1 year, and some have back pains for the rest of their lives. We don't have
like
a definitive.
For me, I can say it's been past 1 year, so I'll have these problems for the rest of my life.
No. No, don't stress yourself about it, because the thing with the body, if it was able to restore itself, we can be able to boost it maybe with exercises and things to straighten the spine to go back to its original position. Yes.
Spin that one. Madam Therapist.
Yes.
Now here I am. They have this baby, and I'm here wondering, will I be a good mom? Will I be a good provider to this child? Will I be able to understand what this child wants? There's so much going on in my mind. I am almost, like I said, I'm almost running mad because no one has told me how to go about this whole process. What do I do?
Wow. So the first thing I want to say is that whenever a human being is confronted by something that poses a threat to them, like I said, pregnancy will sometimes pose a threat of body shape, image. We've been told so many things here.
Yes.
Sometimes you are you are not able to do the things you used to do like a young lady.
Yes, I feel like I'm not beautiful anymore.
Yes, you cannot go out.
Yes.
You would want to swim, you're not able to.
You're getting on social media, I'm seeing my friends are living their life. Me, I can't even move.
They're so smart, they're so beautiful, they're doing everything, but you can't. So you're confronted by a threat. Our brain behaves in several ways. Number one is the fight, flight, freeze.
Come again?
Fight, flight,
freeze.
That is how the brain of a human being sets itself. It will either set itself to fight, to flee,
or to freeze.
toa kabisa, flight, ondoka, or you freeze. You just become numb and you behave like nothing is happening around you. You see how you put food in a deep freezer, hivyo, and the food just stays there. You're just there. Days unfold, and so you will find that woman, like they don't even take care of their body. They are not hygienic. They're just there. They no longer use their bras. They no longer use anything. They're just there.
Wako tu existing.
Washa freeze. Life iendelee too. So I would urge that when you find yourself in that situation, whatever route you used to come into that situation, the first thing you do is listen to yourself. What is my brain telling me? What is my mind telling me now? Is my mind telling me, fight it? You know, when you fight it, you think of abortion. When you fight it, you think of suicide.
Yes.
When you fight it, you think of hating everybody and treating everyone like they are the reason why you're pregnant. When you fight it, you even fight yourself, like you reject yourself and you refuse to even take care of your own self. Then when you flee, it's like you're running away from reality. You're running away from the truth that my shape has started changing. My stomach has started bulging.
I have no waistline.
I
My
cannot,
pretty clothes no longer fit.
I cannot continually wear high heels.
I remember when I was pregnant, there's these 2 dresses I fought. I fought these 2 particular dresses to the last minute.
Exactly.
To a point where, when I wear the dress, because my belly was big, it became a t-shirt. Sasa hapo ndo ilifika mwisho. Now I had to accept that I can no longer wear these dresses and I can no longer wear heels.
So you meet with a lady, she's wearing very tight clothes until breathing is an issue. It's a problem because they are really running away from reality. I'm still that sweet, juicy girl and have to remain that way. You need to accept accept that this is the situation on the ground. I have already gone into another stage. I now have a responsibility. I love the way she's telling us that now the body prepares to serve two people.
Yes.
Prepare your mind to
serve two people as
accommodate
well.
two people or more, because if you have
Twins or triplets. Yes.
Good. So you have to serve more. So allow yourself to unfold and change as life is changing you. Because when you resist, that is when now people sink into depression. That is when now people start sinking into anxiety, a lot of fears, even when they give birth. But if you accept, you will even go to the right people to seek the right information. Yes.
Now, speaking of which, and you, as you pin on that, I'll ask you I'd like you to answer this as we come back from Daktari. When I found out I was pregnant, my mother or the women around me used to tell me, "Wewe si msichana, hapana, wewe si msichana anymore, wewe ni mama." But I want to keep feeling like I'm a girl. I want to keep feeling like I'm still pretty. I'm still like a small girl. Mimi msishinda mkiniambia mimi ni mama. I know. But we kept rubbing it in. And I'm sure most of the women go through the same thing. Allow me to transition slowly. Mnashinda mkinikumusha, wewe si msichana, wewe ni mama. But there's people who cannot allow themselves to transition like that. It will go to their heads. It will affect.
And you know, it depends on, when I hear you are a mama, what goes through my mind.
Exactly.
Do I tell myself being a mother is a bad thing, it is primitive, now I will look awkward? Or do I tell myself being a mother is a beautiful thing?
Yes.
So stop reminding me as if
I don't know.
being a mother, not even that I don't know, stop reminding me as if you're trying to show me that where I have gone to, your club nimeingia,
Utakipata.
ni ile inakaa tu, you know, let me know that it is another level of the same, and I still can be beautiful and smart. By the way, I'm looking at you and I wonder, when you tell us that you have a kid, I'm wondering, Allah, you look more of a girl.
That was my perception of being a mother. I want to be a young girl, a young beautiful woman, but still be a mother. So ati because nimekuwa mama, you expect me to wear some different looking clothes. I'm supposed to behave differently. That was my perception of a mother, because they make motherhood look like umekuwa mama.
That's why we are here to address these changes, because these are body changes that we should embrace and be happy in. It is a beautiful process. And as I've said, the fears are the ones that make things seem like they are bad. No. First, the thing with weight. You think, okay, now nimekuwa mkubwa. Let me tell you where the weight comes from. Number one, approximately you gain 12.5 kgs in one pregnancy, okay? So the weight, one, we have from the baby. We have two, your organs. I've told you your organs enlarge. They enlarge like up to 5 times the size. An example, almost all organs.
What?
Let me give you a good example. The uterus. It's usually the size of a fist. That's approximately 7.5 centimeters. When you're at term at 9 months, it is big as 35 centimeters. That is bigger than the 30 centimeter ruler.
Yes.
So you can imagine the dynamicity of this organ. So already it has expanded. Also the uterus, when it is in its normal condition, it's 50 grams. Hiyo ni kama quarter ya nyama, quarter. And then when you're pregnant, the uterus itself, it's more than 1 kg. The uterus itself, we haven't counted the contents. We have the amniotic fluid. We have the baby. We have the placenta. And then when you're pregnant, your body basically becomes a manufacturer of body fluids. You increase saliva. You increase, no wonder you usually have feet swelling because you have a lot of fluid. You also increase your blood. So you're basically manufacturing new things. So we've increased the weight of the baby, the body fluids, we've increased the organs. So this shouldn't worry you, because that means after giving birth, you're going to lose most of it, because the normal process has been done. So weight shouldn't be a big issue to moms. After giving birth, I usually advise, give yourself 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding without trying to lose weight. Just breastfeed the baby 6 months, vizuri. And then now after that is the time maybe you can start addressing maybe healthy eating, but don't deprive yourself of food, because we want to maintain the milk letdown.
Speaking of food, we are told eat kula, unajua, I'm sure you've seen when a pregnant lady is being served, chakula inaekangwa kwa hiyo sahani, and a lady who is breastfeeding inakuanga hivi, and then you're served after every 2 minutes. Shika hii uji, hata kabla hujamaliza uji na umekunywa chai, hujamaliza hata chai, na ukimaliza kuna supu hapa. I can remember when I delivered, my mother is the one who what is it called in English, who took care of me, yeah. She used to leave supu, uji, chai, some boiled meats, njahe in the morning as she was going to work, and she would leave me with a nanny. Na naacha instructions. Nikirudi kwa hii nyumba jioni, hizi vitu zote zikuwe empty. Why? You are feeding for
2 people.
Am I feeding for 2 people?
Yes. I actually advise, but now here's another thing. There's a difference between what everyone is telling you and what your body tells you. If you're hungry, your body will tell you you're hungry. So if you don't have enough food to manufacture milk, your body will tell you you're hungry. So as much as everyone will tell you things, also, number one, listen to your body. Listen to yourself. Listen to your brain, as we've been told. And this is why we are learning. Because we've always prioritized listening to other people, such that you're ignoring your own
self.
Exactly. Yes. So as much as you're given everything to eat, choose what you want to eat, because your body will tell you we are hungry.
Speaking of food, as a doctor,
yes,
are there particular foods that boost nutrition-wise, that boost the milk production? Because you're told, usikule chai na mkate, unafaa kukula njahe na mandoma na manini, usikule, unaona hizo vitu unakula, hautakuwa na maziwa. Is there particular foods, ama you just eat a balanced diet, the milk will supply?
Actually, that's what I wanted to say. Just eat a balanced diet, because your body is not foreign to this food. This is not new food. It knows how it deals with it. It knows in carbohydrates, we separate it for energy. This one is protein, we separate it for muscle building. So just eat a balanced diet. And also from experience, that's where people tell you these foods give more milk from experience. Yeah, and you know experience is the best teacher, so we can't really beat that.
Now the problem comes in when you are like me and you have no experience. Huyu ananiambia unafaa unajua kuna cocoa. There's a cocoa inaitwa Octavin. I think so, I cannot remember the name clearly. Ukikunywa hii milk supply, wacha tu. Huyu anakuambia hapana, kunywa supu. I'll tell you genuinely, I took all those things because I was trying, you know.
Yes, yeah, I get. Also, don't beat yourself about it, because it's a new process. So if you're trying out things, it's okay. If you feel like you tried a lot of things, it's okay. We are learning. Like, no one is doing this perfectly. No one came here knowing we have a manual. So 1, get pregnant. Okay, tick. Number 2, give birth. Okay, tick. No one has a definite manual. So don't beat yourself about it. Vitu zikienda hivi, it's okay. Zikienda hivi pia, it's I know. A day at a time. We are all learning. Yes.
Madam Rebecca.
Yes.
Now I have become pregnant through rape, or it's a teenage pregnancy. I'm seeing my friends are going to class. Maybe I was raped when I was still in campus, and my friends are living their lives. Me, I want to abort this baby. Should I abort this baby? What do I do? How do I go about this?
Just like I have been saying, and I said last time, self-awareness is in the center of success in anything you do. Once you are aware of what is happening around you, who you are, what you want, do I live my life or do I live the life of others? Then you will make the right decision.
Yes.
And when I talk about self-awareness, the moment we find a teenager pregnant, we start accusing, our children have started knowing sex when they are very young. Our watoto wetu hata sijui tuwafanyie nini. Why couldn't we have introduced them into the family way and all those things? And so that teenager feels awful, because maybe even the reason she became pregnant is just being naive. Not really rape, but was just naive. Alijipata tu, you know, I was just having fun. It's that my body just responded. I had not intended. And then I found myself, because I am young in my blood, when you anasemanga, I don't know how
damu moto.
Damu ni moto. So I found myself, you know, I just fell pregnant. And you're here judging me, everybody. So I would rather abort. Are you aware of the consequences of abortion upon your body, physically, mentally, psychologically,
According to the law?
According to?
The law.
No, not according to the law. Because we so much look at the law side. Will I be jailed? Will I go to prison?
Can Dr. tell us, what does the law say about abortion?
Okay, so currently in Kenya, abortion is illegal. Yeah, but there are other countries in which they have legalized it. Yes.
But in our country, not yet.
Yes.
So I usually look at the larger picture. And which is the larger picture? Prisons without walls. The illegal things you do will only condemn you to prisons that are walled.
Yeah, true.
And you can count days. If you're told you're in jail for 15 years, you begin a countdown, immediately you go there. A prison without walls, you have no days. You're in there, days without an end. So when you procure that abortion, is it just about what the law says or what you goes through your mind psychologically? It will keep ringing in your mind forever and ever. I aborted. It is a process. You know, abortion is not like how you will go to the toilet, you're just in there, umemaliza kupii na umetoka. It is a process. So what goes through your body? And remember, the hormones had already changed.
Oh yeah.
So there is no way you will reverse them.
Your body was already preparing.
Exactly. So you've just become
I know the statement. You're already a mother.
That one.
You're already a mother.
That one. So you cannot return back to be the girl that you really want to be. So how about we create awareness? That is something I'm insisting very, very much. Let us go to the high schools. Let us talk to the teenagers. Let us tell them the consequences. And let us tell them, if you find yourself in this situation, it doesn't mean that you're condemned, you are the worst. No, it is only a situation, it is only a stage, it is only a process. Come, bring the baby. Let us bring up the baby. Return back to school. Do not condemn yourself. So, again, we go back to the freeze, fight, flight. What is this you're running away from when you're thinking, let me go and procure an abortion? You're running away from being told you've become a teenage mother. You're running away from what the society will say. If it is the parents who are encouraging you to go procure the abortion, the parents are running away from maybe there are people well-to-do in the society.
Yes.
They have a name and they really want to hear that their girl went to the university.
They graduated, did a church wedding.
But do you know the kind of mental torture you have subjected that child into? So I would say, anytime you find yourself in a situation, we talk about 3 A's and we take them to people who are going through loss and grief. But for me, I take them out to everybody. Accept, adjust, advance. Accept, adjust, and advance. You are pregnant, you are a teenager, accept. Adjust now
into the situation.
Yes, I am already a mother, but I'm still in school. I can balance. If you accept, by the way, you will balance very, very well. Then
advance into your new level in life.
It is your issue, not my issue. You feel like it is very wrong. You feel like I am very foolish. I could have procured that abortion instead of getting the child. It's your issue, not my issue.
Yes.
So my issue is advance. Yes.
Daktari, you've spoken about the psychological thoughts of having an abortion, yes? But there's people who are prescribed for an abortion by a doctor. What special circumstances are these?
Yes, so there are situations in which we would advise the mom to terminate the pregnancy. That is when the life of the mom is endangered. So we have situations like blood pressure in pregnancy, and it is a very critical condition. So in such cases, we ask the mom for consent and tell her, we break down the process. We tell her that this condition, it will present like this. You know, when it is severe, you start getting seizures and you may go into a coma and die. Yes. So at the end of the day, it's really the decision of the mother, but you must explain to her everything that is going down in their body. So in such a situation, we usually go to theater and terminate the baby.
Wow.
Yes.
That is a scary
And
process.
maybe to just add on that, that is where now even our hospitals will need to engage counselors,
Yes.
so that this lady will be helped, that the process you're going through, you will terminate this pregnancy maybe that you treasured so much, because when it is a complication, it is something that you treasured, but now the body has
Has
resisted.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So we help this lady to not blame herself, to not blame anybody, and not feel condemned, because just like something she said there before, when you have two people, I mean, when your body is serving two people, you and the child, if you didn't have enough calcium, the body will not prioritize you and say, oh, he is the owner of this, so let us first a four-factor.
Nakwambia pole.
The same case applies to our thoughts. The thought will not say, oh, you know what, it is the body that resisted. You have to be helped to process everything that has happened and the reason why you have terminated that, so that it doesn't keep coming back to you, haunting you, and leading you to mental health disorders. Yeah.
Now I have gotten pregnant and I have delivered my baby.
Yes.
I have delivered my baby well or through C-section. How do I transition into now taking care of myself
Yes.
and my baby?
Okay. So first of all, after giving birth, you remember what I told you, the checkups in hospital, people usually think it's majorly for the baby. But I want us to normalize that the checkups are also for the mother. Because if you start taking care of yourself, it will not only be important to you, but it will also be important to the baby. So first, you make sure that you look beautiful, you feel beautiful. Like, this transition shouldn't hinder you from feeling that. Also, if you have any problem, consult, go to a physician. If you're having hair loss that is leaving bald patches, that is not most likely the pregnancy. So go contact, utapata hata ni kitu ingine. So when you're having
There's cases where you get hair loss in patches.
Yes. So
What?
exactly. So it may be a coincidence at that time you're pregnant or you're breastfeeding. You think, it's because I'm breastfeeding. But now when you see the severity of things, make sure that you contact a doctor, you ask, you consult. That way you'll be taking care of both yourself and the baby. Yes.
Now, earlier on I talked about C-section and normal. What is the difference?
Okay, so normal delivery, it's only vaginal actually, we try to scratch the name normal because all of them are normal.
Yes.
So vaginal delivery and cesarean being, you're taken to theater, they cut the abdomen and take the baby out. Yes. So both are normal, scratch the name, normal just being for the vaginal delivery. Also, there are some situations in which one can't have vaginal delivery, maybe because the pelvic bones are too constricted, so the baby can't pass out through the vagina. So we'll use the cesarean section to take out through the abdomen. So both, and also there are people who choose to go
I was actually headed there. There's people who choose to get a CS because they feel like that their vagina will not go back to its normal state after delivering the baby.
Yes. Okay. So, and also they are avoiding the labor pains.
And labor pains.
Yes. So I want us to visualize the reproductive system this way. It is a highly elastic and muscular system. So immediately after birth, your vagina will expand to accommodate the head of the baby. And the vagina is made up of a very strong muscular layer, one, and also it has very elastic fibers. So after birth, it's going to transition slowly back to its normal position, back to its normal shape, back to its normal constriction, unless there have been an injury in the vaginal canal or there's been a tear in which you're sewn up so as to increase the healing. And one thing about the reproductive system, it is highly supplied with blood. That means it heals very fast and it heals without scars. So it is able to restore itself back to where it was. The female reproductive system is a highly elastic, dynamic system. It's able to restore itself back to where it was unless there's any structural damage. Yes. So that I know has been a misconception for a while. And the time in which people take to go back to the normal size, the tight grip, it differs from woman to woman. But you can help yourself. You can speed up the process. That's why we bring in the Kegel exercises. Remember, I've told you, it's a muscle. If you want to train your biceps, what do? You exercise it. Exactly. That's why we bring in the Kegels. So exercise your muscle the vaginal muscles if you want to speed up the process. Yes. And if you have any tear, any injury, consult, because it's something that can be sewn. It will heal fast and heal without scars. Yes.
Now, Madam Rebecca.
Yes.
After I've delivered my baby, I'm not sure whether these are baby blues or I'm having postpartum depression. How do I differentiate?
That's also something that really affects very many women, and they are never able to tell whether it is the baby blues or the postpartum depression.
Right before we get into it, what is baby blues and what is postpartum depression?
I will explain it in very, very simple terms and practical terms. The baby blues is the feeling of like, I'm not so okay, I'm feeling I'm tired, I'm feeling I don't want to eat, I don't want to see the child, and it happens maybe between 2 to 5 days after delivery, and it can take like
crying.
2 weeks. Not really constantly. When you find yourself constantly, that is now not baby blues.
Oh.
Yes, that is now postpartum, because postpartum is characterized with hopelessness, deep sorrow, a lot of anxiety, sadness, constant sadness. You're not happy even when people come to see you. You just put a fake smile. But baby blues will not continually. They are not like, you will feel them like 2 hours, 3 hours, then they go. You stay for a while, then they come back again, and they go lessening as time goes by. They shouldn't exceed 2 weeks. If you find it exceeding 2 weeks, then begin seeing red alerts. It may be graduating to postpartum depression. So especially when you're feeling so hopeless, I am the worst mother. Okay, even the baby blues may make you feel like I'm not a good enough mother.
Yes.
I'm not doing the right thing, yes. But now, postpartum makes you feel totally useless. You know, there's no need of having this baby. You're looking at the baby and you're telling yourself, oh my God, I feel like I want to take this child. And then you become so aggressive. You become so aggressive. You hit the child, even if maybe you had another child, mkubwa kidogo, and then akaribie kiasi. When you're going through that, unamgonga anafika kule kama paka. You know, that is when you realize,
it is bad.
Take care. That is when you now realize this is not it. And it is hard for that mother to realize that now this is becoming difficult. That is why you have to have a support system around you. They are the people who are supposed to pick the unusual behavior that you have, the extended behavior. It has gone beyond this. Now we feel this might not be so okay. We need to take care of this person. But that person in themselves, it might be very hard for them to know.
What if the support system is telling you, una behave aje? Why are you beating the baby?
Now that is where we have the problem, because a majority of us in our society do not believe that a mother can suffer from that which we call the postpartum depression. They will think you're pretending. Are you the first one to become pregnant?
Exactly.
Are you the first one to ever get a baby? Okay, style up. You know, those things. Instead of looking at that mother and wanting to know, where are they coming from? Why is this behavior here and now? Because there is a lot of changes, just that, like we have been told, physical changes. Also the brain changes a lot.
Speaking of those changes, I'm stressed, I have mood swings, I can't control myself while pregnant and even after the baby. Do these mood changes and hormonal changes affect the baby? The mood swings and the emotional changes, how do they affect the baby?
They do. Oh, sorry.
Actually, the hormonal changes, the surges, the increase is usually for the baby. So what the complications are, what you're usually feeling, the mood swings. The high hormones are to maintain the pregnancy. They're to make sure the baby is growing. So they're in favor of the baby, but you're the one getting the consequences. Okay? You're getting it. So the hormones are there to protect the baby.
But we're always told, stress na hizi mood si mzuri, utapata mtoto wako na stress.
Yeah, it is true. Psychologically, the child, because you and the baby are one, you're operating from the same center, the brain, the blood, everything is flowing between both of you. So when you have anger issues, already your hormones have been affected. There is how you feel when you're angry. Sometimes there are people who shake, there are people who clench their teeth, there are people, so the baby can experience that and they can hear that. I was told that way when I was pregnant for the first time, and I challenged the doctor. Nikamuliza, you people tell us that the child can hear, can feel, can even respond. Kindly let me understand. And he gave me homework. He told me, between now and the next time you return for clinic, go and listen to your body. When you're happy, when you're angry, when you're tired, when you're feeling like you're moodless, listen to your body, then come here with that analysis. And truly, I listened. The child would play when I'm so relaxed, when I'm feeling good, when I'm enjoying. If I happen to be angry, the child is silent. In fact, I would even start touching. Ako hai bado, ama alishaenda. You know, because ako so silent, una feel tu ni kama kimawe kimenyamaza tu huko kwa tumbo. So that is how I noted they feel, they hear. It is only that they cannot verbalize.
Yeah, yes. I agree with her, because it's true, the baby taps from your energy.
Yes.
So I think I hadn't gotten your question well about the hormones, but yes, now I get from what she has explained. It's true. The baby will tap from your energy. They hear true. Yes. They come out knowing your sound, your voice. Yes. So it's true.
It actually affects.
Yes.
So kama uko na stress, wacha.
Kama uko na stress, relax. Ukiwa na stress, hapo pia ndio utatoa maziwa. Yeah, when you're stressed, now you make the brain has one job to bring the milk down. So when you're stressed, there's some mishap kwa brain, so they don't know, do I shughulikia the stress first? You're down. Do I also, when you're down, your oxytocin hormone, the hormone responsible for the milk, is down. So basically, during pregnancy, after giving birth, being a mom, try as much to be stress-free.
Taking a day at a time.
Yes.
Sadly, we are about to come to the end, but right before, I'd like you, Daktari and Madam Rebecca, to each tackle how to bounce back physically and psychologically. Yes. Okay. How do I bounce back?
So I'll start with physically. So first, we've said about the structural part of it. When it comes to, you listen to your body. If you're having any abdominal pains, you consult. Actually, if you're having any question, consult. Usikufe peke yako and start blaming yourself. You're not a good mother. No, consult. When it comes, we've talked about the Kegel exercises because we are trying to bring down this myth and misconception of making such a beautiful process being stigmatized. So do your Kegel exercises, take care of yourself. If you're having skin problems, if it's excess oils, make sure that you're washing your face with products that reduce the oil production. If it's about the hair, I've said use products that are going to strengthen your hair. Don't manipulate it, leave it alone for a while, and above all, punguza stress.
There's someone who may be wondering, what is manipulating of the hair?
Oh, okay. Kushinda ukichanua na nywele ni weak. Kushinda unachanua, kushinda ukishikashika, going back to the salon, like just put a style enye itafanya imeitulia for a while. That way you'll support the restoration.
Okay.
Because I told you the hormone is down, so the hair is not being able to it's not maintained. Yes.
Weight loss.
Weight loss, I told you, first, don't beat yourself about it. Give yourself 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding. Apo don't be usi-stress kuhusu. Now, after mtoto ameanza kukula, you can now start tackling your
weight.
Yes, exactly. You can go to the gym. You can now start reducing the portions of the food because now the baby is not depending on you entirely.
Fully.
Exactly. And also, give yourself time. You've gained that weight in 9 months. So give yourself also that 1 year to lose that weight. Yes.
There's something I've remembered. My shoe size changed.
Yes.
After I had a baby. It increased by 1. What happened?
The body, first, the body grows. 2, I've said we're increasing the fluid. So you can imagine that space. you hadn't had a bigger shoe, but now you're having more body fluids. They're looking for spaces to go. And they usually go to their feet most because of gravity. Like now you're on your feet, you get.
So my feet
people even get bigger hands, bigger fingers, and some things about pregnancy are not well understood.
A longer face.
Exactly.
Next time we should tackle how the body changes permanently after a baby.
Yes. Today was just an overview. There's so much details in what usually happens. I'd be so glad to take you through it.
We should definitely have you back.
Yes.
Madam Rebecca.
Yes.
Psychologically, how am I supposed to bounce back?
Wow. Psychologically, we usually say there is what we call an event and the response. The event is not the problem. It is not even the issue. The issue is how you respond. And I will give an example of when I was preparing to come here. I left the house the right time, just like I had left last time. But I just found the road so clogging, so blocked. I've stayed in one spot for 1 full hour. On one spot, not moving, 1 full hour. As I was seated there, I told myself, okay, this is the event. The road is totally shut.
What do I do?
How do I respond? So I asked myself one question. What is in my power to do?
Nothing.
Of course, there's something. What is in my power to do? To relax and let things unfold.
Yes.
That is what is in my power. Yes. The rest, ni askari wa traffic, washughulikie, wafungue barabara. That is not in my power.
I love that.
So even for you as a pregnant mother, what is in your power to do? Hawezi stop mwili kuenlarge.
Yes.
You cannot stop your stomach from bulging. You cannot stop your breast from releasing milk.
True.
Exactly.
What is in your
Embrace
power?
it, actually.
Hey, what is in your power? Relax.
Enjoy
Let
the ride.
things-
Yes.
Enjoy the ride. I like it.
Yes.
Let you go to the very end so happily, so that when you deliver, you will
are
enjoy
happy.
that bundle of joy.
Yes.
You will be happy. Then the other thing you do, the moment you give birth, begin doing things that are going to now help you start the journey of bouncing back, resilience, bouncing back. For example, feed well. We've been told for 6 months, take care of the child. Let the child grow. Now, after the 6 months,
Now take care of
begin
yourself.
simple exercises and don't go by the choices of other people or what other people tell
Or
you.
what you see on social media. No, just go by
Yes.
your pace. Listen to your body. Food proportions, balanced meal. Don't deprive yourself
I
of
want to
food.
go to the gym and lift weights.
Hey,
It's okay, just go.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yes.
But can I?
Yes.
But can I?
Actually,
Can my
lifting
body allow
weights
me to do so after delivering a child?
Okay, immediately.
Like
You
that?
just be harming yourself. Yes.
and even after those 6 months, that is why we are saying, let it be your pace.
Yes.
Listen to your body. What is your body telling you? When I bend to lift this, what is my back telling me? Stop straining it. It will give you trouble 50
on.
years to come.
Yes.
So go with your pace and remember you are a unit. And you're not like that other person. You can only be you, and there can never be number 2 you. And when you follow that, you will be happy even years to come. The other day, in fact, after the other show we had, I said I am a mother of 3, 2 boys and 1 girl. There is a lady who is abroad, didn't know that I have a girl. Akauliza, you have a girl, since when? Then I sent the photo of the 3 of my children. It is in a page that we usually have. And the responses were like, wewe wacha kutudanganya, these are the brothers of your husband, because they are big men. And looking at me, they are wondering, no,
You bounced back.
you can't be the mother of these big men here. What made me bounce back? At the age I am in today, if I tell you my age, you won't believe. At the age I am in today, what made me bounce back? I accepted. I only focused on what is in my power to do.
A day at a time.
That which is not in my power, it isn't. You feel in social media, sawa. That is not in my power. So make sure that your internal locus of control, it is so apt so that you can succeed.
Yeah. Also with the weight, weight is a journey. There is no definite weight at it. Now, before pregnant, I was 60 kgs. And then now I go back to the 60 kgs.
Before pregnancy, I was 59. After pregnancy, I was 87.
See? You see? And I'm saying it is a journey. Don't stress yourself saying, I must have this specific goal.
Personally, in my head, I used to say that.
Yes.
I must go back to that 60.
Because you're taking it as one focal point. But it's a journey. You will gain, you will lose. If you gain and you want to lose, lose. If you want to lose and you've gained, well and good. So just play around with your body. And also, if you gain like 5 kgs after birth, it's no problem as long as you're healthy.
And your child is also healthy.
And exactly. Normalize having different body shapes. Normalize having different body weights.
Yes.
As long as you are healthy. We'll never be the same. We've told you won't be the same person twice.
Yes.
And again, it also depends with what is your perception about weight.
Yes.
You know, what do you tell yourself when you see a person with a lot of weight, a bigger body, and those with a small one? Do you tell yourself that the small ones are the beautiful one? No. You have people who have big bodies and you just look at them walking and you're like, oh my God, that's a shape. So what goes through your mind? What is your perception about weight that will really, really impact on how you work on yourself to bounce back?
Yes.
Wow, we cannot come to the end of this conversation. We'll definitely have you back again.
Okay.
Please promise me you'll come back.
Definitely. I've enjoyed this session so much.
I've also really enjoyed it.
Yes.
We will come back. But right about now, that was Dr. Ngwenyi and Madam Rebecca talking about transitioning. Any final closing words? Anything?
Yes, so I can say so. Body changes during pregnancy and after birth will be present and they can be overwhelming, but don't stress yourself about it, and that shouldn't hinder you from feeling and looking beautiful. Just embrace the process and take care of yourself, and it also be important for the baby. Yes.
Wow. I would also say that you change psychologically very much, because even your responsibilities change, the way you view things, the way you handle issues, it changes totally. And so for you to be able to navigate life after you have become a mother, you need the 3 A's I talked about: accept, adjust, then advance. And in advancing, assess that which is in your power. Stop doing things that are not in your power. If I got out of my car and started stopping some, I would be right now ningekuwa hapo kwa nini police station Kasarani hapo nikiulizwa who do you think you are? So measure on what is in your power. That which is not in your power does not belong to you. Thank you.
Wow, I'd like to say my own parting shot in terms of this conversation. Motherhood is beautiful.